Welcome back to Slide Science. Let me start with a simple question. Why do things move? Why does a ball roll, a car run, or a fan spin? The answer is energy. Energy is the ability to do work or cause change. In simple words, energy is what makes things happen. If nothing had energy, the world would look like a paused video. Energy is everywhere. It can be light energy, heat energy, sound energy, electrical energy, chemical energy, and many more. But today, we are focusing on one very important type of energy: kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy of motion. If something is moving, it has kinetic energy. If it is not moving, it does not have kinetic energy. Here's the interesting part. The faster an object moves, the more kinetic energy it has. And the heavier the object is, the more kinetic energy it has at the same speed. So a fast bicycle has less kinetic energy than a fast truck. Same speed, different mass, different energy. Now let's talk about something very important. Energy does not magically appear or disappear. Energy is transferred. This brings us to an important claim. When the kinetic energy of an object changes, energy is transferred to or from that object. That means if an object speeds up, it gains energy from somewhere. And if it slows down, its energy goes somewhere else. Let's understand this with examples. First, gaining kinetic energy. When an object starts moving faster, its kinetic energy increases. This means energy is transferred to that object. But from where? From another object or from another form of energy. Think about pushing a swing in a park. At first, the swing is still. You push it using your muscles. Your muscles use chemical energy stored in your body. That chemical energy transfers to the swing. As a result, the swing moves faster. Its kinetic energy increases, so energy moved from your body to the swing. No magic. Just energy transfer. Now let's look at strong evidence of energy transfer between objects. Imagine a bowling ball rolling down the lane and hitting the pins. Before the collision, the bowling ball is moving fast. It has a lot of kinetic energy. The pins are standing still, so they have zero kinetic energy. After the collision, something interesting happens. The bowling ball slows down. The pins start flying in different directions. What does this tell us? The bowling ball lost some kinetic energy. The pins gained kinetic energy. So where did the energy go? From the bowling ball to the pins. This clearly shows energy transfer. Energy moved from one object to another. Now let's talk about losing kinetic energy. When an object slows down or stops, its kinetic energy decreases. That means energy is transferred from that object. But again, where does it go? It goes into another object or changes into another form of energy. A very common example is a car braking. When a car is moving fast, it has a lot of kinetic energy. When the driver applies brakes, the car slows down. The car's kinetic energy does not disappear. It transfers to the brakes as heat energy. Some energy also transfers to the road due to friction. That is why brakes become hot after continuous use. Now one more important example. An apple falls from a tree and hits the ground. While falling, the apple has kinetic energy. When it hits the ground, it stops moving. So its kinetic energy becomes zero. But energy cannot be destroyed. So what happened to the energy? That energy transfers from the apple. Some energy becomes sound energy. Some becomes heat energy due to friction and deformation. Some energy causes the apple or the ground to slightly deform. Even though the ground does not move visibly, energy transfer still happens. This proves that energy always transfers or changes form. And this brings us to the universal rule of energy. Energy is never created and never destroyed. It only changes form or transfers from one object or system to another. So remember this one golden idea. Whenever an object speeds up or slows down, whenever its kinetic energy changes, energy is being transferred. Understanding this simple rule helps us explain countless events in our daily life. From playing sports to driving vehicles to falling objects to machines working, everything follows the same energy rules. That's the power of physics. If this explanation helped you, keep learning with Slide Science. See you in the next video.